Well, greetings for live stream number 45, everybody. Oh, it's so good to be back. Let's see what cheerful folk are hanging around in the chat window. I don't know why I said it like that, but let me open up YouTube here on my browser. I have OBS open, but I'm going to pop open the live stream right now. Whoa, I better turn that volume down though, because I can hear myself talking, and nobody wants to hear themselves talking. You guys don't want. Oh, Tina's here. Hi, Tina. Tina Long. That's my sister, my other sister. My other brother, Daryl. Hi, Tina. All right, let me go back to OBS. Let's see where we're going. By the way, this cup, as you watch, I have coffee in here now, and I just brewed it. One of my daughters got it for me for my birthday because I like Pac-Man 80s stuff. But see the little ghosts? They show up when the cup gets hot. So as the coffee cools, you're going to see these ghostesses disappear. Maybe if it works properly, we'll find out. But I just think that's kind of neat. My kids like these the cups that turn colors and whatnot. So what's going on here? Radios is here. Hey, buddy. Barry is here as usual. Good afternoon. Bonnie is keeping me on my tippy toes with 1 minute early. Lyle's here. Hello, boys and girls. Florida is stormy too. Not. It is a little bit. Yeah. Well, Florida this time of year always gets nasty. So yeah, kind of. Tina, I said hello, but I'll do it again. It's so good to see my sister pop up on here occasionally. Mikey is here. Hello, my friend. Hopefully you got your email, Mike. And I did get your camera back in the mail. Finally, a couple days ago. You should have it relatively soon. But in the email, I think I put a picture of the label for the tracking. Eric is here. Hello, my friend. Certain Exposures is here. I know. Well, you know, my wife loves Dr. Pepper. I'm not a huge fan of it. I just kind of like the shirt. I like the way it fits. It makes me not, it looks super muscular. I'm not a huge fan of it. Which I'm not. And no, it doesn't. I just like how it fits. IOM is here. Hello, my friend. Dr. Pepper is the go. 23 flavors. Is that what it is? 23? You guys remember? Are you old enough to remember the little I'm a pepper, she's a pep. I don't remember the whole thing, but wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? It's raining too. Hey, Ivan. It's not raining here right now. Maybe my sister can tell me. She just lives about 10 minutes from me. It wasn't raining when I just went outside, so it did rain yesterday. You have your audio doubling from the other browser. Is it really? Or did I turned it down? Certain Exposures. Is it still doing it now? Because I did cut the audio completely off. So if it is, let me know. I'll just close that browser. It's supposed to be raining and storming Monday night and into Tuesday. Oof. It's tough when it does it here. Super cute. Tina. It's terrible when it rains really crazy here because I'm covered with trees and it just gets sludgy. Track it into the house. Oh, okay, so is it? I just turned the audio down, but is it still doing it? Somebody let me know. I'm gonna skip ahead. Oh, like a 2-second delay. Bright and sunny. Thank you, Tina. All right, let me do this. Hold on. There. I actually realized I didn't even mute the audio over there, but is it still doing it now? And I do kind of see there is a delay. It's gone now. Okay, good. And I do see the little tiny delay, but you guys let me know if it's crazy. If it gets crazy, you let me know. Maybe we'll have to restart it or something. I don't know. Name the movie. I don't know. Tina will get that one. Okay, let me check. Is 2, here goes Bonnie. is two 400-foot rolls of Kodak Color Negative 2 type R, I don't know, type what? 7247 good for 9. I mean, yeah, Bonnie, in theory, that's a good deal. Kodak Color Negative, old Kodak Color Negative film, just really didn't hold up that great. It really didn't. Over the years, it was a beautiful stock when it was new, you know, but it just didn't hold up well. It's kind of like Kodachrome. Old C41, old ECN2 stocks, they didn't stand the test of like 25-year time, and that's probably in the range 25, 30 years of that film. Thankfully not getting too bad here. I'll sleep through the storms. I love sleeping in storms. Okay, Mikey, good. Mike's a pepper. 10, 2, and 4. 10, 2, and 4. Still doubling. Bright and sunny. Wait, what's 10, 2, and 4, Mike? I miss, you know, I got so many things going on at once. Okay, yeah, you'd have to mute it. YouTube, okay. YouTube Studio inserts auto delay. By the way, do you have any ingenue zoom lenses that you'd fit the 65mm camera that is on eBay? Because if it fits, then you have a Bonnie. I'm not clicking on any more of your links, Bonnie. I have a couple of the ingenue zoom lenses, but not any that would fit on that monster. Hey, Steven, I'm on the road, so I'll catch this one later, Mike. Have fun, everyone. All right, Steven, catch it later, my friend. It would be helpful if you could give us a ranking of which films are the best and worst for results these days. Vision 2 50D, the absolute best film stock ever made, I think. But yeah, I mean, old Vision 1 or the Vision stocks or the EXR stocks or the plain Kodak Color Negative stocks, pretty rough now. Unless you know how they've been stored, they're going to be pretty rough. 4 was an old. Oh, the Dr. Pepper. 10, 2, and 4 was an. I don't remember all of them. It translates to amateur 65mm IMAX film camera ingenue zoom lens. Oh, nice. Okay. You're my translator. I mean, old films, which to avoid, which to look for. I have a lot of. I avoid old Ektachrome films, for one. I have a couple. I have a few, like the 72-42, 72-44s. A lot of those old Ektachrome films are kind of, I mean, they're just real tricky to work with. So there's not much that I do with those. I try to avoid old ECN stocks. I will happily accept Vision 2, and I'll take any film. But I really enjoy any kind of Vision 2, Vision 3, Vision maybe if it was frozen, Vision 2, Vision 3, any black and white stocks. Black and white really held up well over the years, especially if it was stored properly. But even stock that wasn't stored properly, and we're going to talk about something in a minute, an idea I have that I want you guys' input on. But if it was stored good, there's not a lot of stock I wouldn't shoot, but I'm sort of getting more into the modern, and by modern I mean only 10 to 15-year-old stocks. So, anyone know? Okay, the word. 3 words, EXR. Oh, you like that? Well, EXR is beautiful. Christian, hello. EXR is beautiful film, but they shot it exclusively almost in the 90s for TV movies and stuff like that. But I haven't had much luck with it now. I haven't shot a lot of it, but I've done a little. Anyone know the shutter speed for the Bauer A512 Super 8 camera? Well, the shutter speed is going to be different for depending on the frames per second you're shooting, Lyle. The shutter angle, I mean, I don't know. My guess is going to be between 150 and 180. So if ever I don't know a shutter speed, And the good rule of thumb, if you don't know what shutter speed to use with one of your cameras, a cine camera, I always just double the frames per second, and it gets you close. It's not always going to be exact, but it will get you close. Hey Frank! Mike, what's the best low light 16mm film? Well, I mean, black and white, you're looking at probably the new stuff, the 72-22, which we're going to talk about in a minute, but color, I mean, of course, 500T. 200T is not a bad low light film, but I mean, I love 500T, especially if you shoot it. I've shot 500T in the day, and it comes out really nice, actually. But and I only have a lot more. I have a lot more experience with Kodak film stocks. I know there are a lot of people that shoot other more foreign film stocks than me. So I'm only going to speak really to the Kodak stocks. But that would be my pick. If I'm going really low light, I would have to go 200T would be probably the slowest I would shoot. You could even do an old Tri-X, because that's usually the 200 speed film too. 250D, not bad for a daylight stock. Pretty good low light film. Now you're going to introduce, as you know, Frank, you're going to introduce some more grain when you do that. Certain exposure. I'm shooting some expired 120 Ektachrome. It was frozen. Is it going to be? It is going okay so far, thankfully. I haven't ever tried expired motion picture Ektachrome. Yeah, if it was frozen, you can almost for sure. It's not a given, but you can rest assured that it's probably going to be okay. Did any of you catch the auroras in the USA? What did it actually look like to the human eye? The digital pic looked suspiciously colorful. I did not catch that. No. What would you say is the cheapest way to get 16mm camera that takes 400-foot rolls of film? There's an Archon on eBay for $250 in Belgium that I might get. Those are pretty good cameras, but they're very bulky, Bonnie. Very bulky. I had one. I've had a couple of those. So they're good tabletop cameras, tripod cameras. I wouldn't say that you would be out and about holding them on your shoulder. They're bulky. But there isn't a lot of 400-foot cameras that are comfortable. I love my Arri S, but look at Bonnie. Look at the CP16. They're big too, bulky, but not quite as big and bulky as the Archons. CP16s you can usually get, especially the A, like I have. Usually get a little cheaper than a lot of the other 400-foot 16mm cameras. I'm looking up at my Airflex. It looks so much better now, just look-wise, now that my buddy there sent me the matte box. I have it up on the shelf up here. You guys can't see it, but I put the 400-foot mag on it just to store it, just to look at. I have some old Kodak 800T 16mm. Yeah, I've seen that. I have a... where did I put it? It's right here somewhere. Somebody sent me an 800-foot, 16mm 800-foot reel of brand new 800T to spool down for them, which I did. I got almost 8 complete 100-foot reels for them. But I've never shot 800T in motion picture. That would be interesting to shoot. See if you can get a rental discount on Arri. That's not a bad idea. Get a rental discount on an Arri. Somebody just sold on eBay. I almost bought it because it hadn't been sold when I looked at it, but I was a little nervous because I thought it was too good to be true, and my dad always taught me if you find something that looks too good to be true, it probably is. But somebody listed an Aeroflex 35BL with like 4 or 5 magazines, but just one picture and no description other than Aeroflex 35mm BL from a retiring cinematographer. $1,500 plus like 20 bucks shipping. Came out of Utah. I almost bought it just to take a chance because eBay is pretty safe with getting your money back, but I didn't, and it sold. I just thought that was crazy. $1,500 for an Arri BL 35mm with like 4 or 5 magazines. Custom Ilford 3200 ISO black and white negative. Bonnie, I think that's still film though, right? I just ordered a roll of black and white 400 ISO double perf. Barry, is that 16 millimeter? And Barry, by the way, I have your film loaded up. I just need your okay, your 72-22 that you shot, and I can show it today if you're interested. It's about 4 minutes long, but it's interesting. There's an SR2 on eBay for $5K. I saw that. Well, the guy that just sold the Arri 35BL was also selling a 2C, an Aeroflex 2C, for not a lot, like $1,500 with magazines and a lens, and also I think it was an Arri SR. But I just got nervous. I just felt like there was something a little bit scammy about it. Love my K3 as well. I love my K3. Love it. They don't take 400-foot mags, but they are awesome little cameras. What are your opinions of the K3? I'm debating getting one. I have a Bolex A16, but something about the K3 is very appealing to me. I have both as well. 40-second matte. I've honestly used the K3 more than I have the Bolex. I have mine, you see it right there, Rex 1. But I have two K3 cameras. One, it's almost brand new that I converted to Super 16. And one that's got a lot of wear to it, that's regular 16, and I really like them. I removed the loop formers and I upgraded to Super 16. Excuse me. And I love it. I want to shoot some film and have it professionally processed just to see what it really can do. Yes, what Mike said. Loop formers and new seals. I got a deal on eBay that was too good to be true. Turns out it has some problems. That's what I was worried about. I don't care how bulky they are. I just care about it being able to take 400-foot rolls. There's rarely any CP6. Well, if you don't care, I'll tell you this, Bonnie. The Aerocon, the CP16 or Cinema Products, they borrowed the Aerocon movements. So they're really similar cameras. Aerocon is a wonderful camera, and they're almost fail-safe. So if you can find one for that cheap, that might be your go-to. Put it on a tripod or lug it around. I mean, you can carry them. They're just kind of bulky. It was the Pro 600 or something like that. 16mm wide-angle M42 lens, and it's gold for interior shots. Yes, sir. I have a couple M42. Now, you can't go too wide. Now, is it fisheye, Lyle, or is it more? I think at about 25 millimeters doesn't really cover Super 16. But for 16, it should be fine, yeah. Oh, we want to see that film. Yeah, I got it loaded up, ready to go. Barry sent it to me, 16mm FPP. It's showtime, LOL. So you're good with it, Barry, right? You're okay if I show it? It's the one you sent me. You know which one I'm talking about. And by the way, what did you shoot that with? I don't think I ever asked. I know it was double X 16mm, but I don't know what camera you used. What's the most expensive dud you got your money back for off eBay? I'm debating if it will. Whew, that's a good question. I have bought hundreds of cameras on eBay, and I have rarely sent any back. I think early on, probably the problem-ridden 514 XLS. I can't remember what I paid. I got 3 or 4 of them. None of them work. I bought one camera, and it had like it didn't show in the pictures. Said it worked. And it was engraved somebody's social security number on the bottom, and I didn't like any of that. And I told the guy, I said, look, I just want my money back. I'll send it back. Just, send me a label. I'll send it back. You could resell it. Didn't even work, by the way, and he said it worked. But I'm not a returner for the most part, but when I just get absolutely what I don't order, it's got to go back. And he wouldn't send me a label, and finally I called eBay on the phone and told him about it, and they said, well, we're going to give him X amount of days, and if he doesn't send you the label to send it back, you won't be obligated to send it back, and you'll get a refund. And sadly, he just never responded. I emailed him a couple times. I feel always guilty, but so now I have the broken camera and I got all my money back. But yeah, show us. Okay, yeah, I'll show it. I'm really getting behind here. It's interesting. I never knew Ilford 3200 came in 16. Oh, did Bonnie respond to that? I don't care how. Okay, wait. Before it rolls, they are really. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know that either, Frank. I don't know if it comes in 16 millimeter. That would be news to me. The K3 lens makes everything easier than the Bolex. Very easy to use, the lens. Yes. Let me show you mine. You guys have seen it. This is my old one. This was the original one I had gotten. My K3. Let me move my table. This is a little spot here, a little tight spot. But yeah, this one I bought. Oh, I've had it 4 or 5 years. But you're right. These lenses, there's nothing to it. There's your zoom. I know you probably can't see that, but your zoom in and out is that. Super, super simple. And I'm pretty sure this one had the loop formers already removed when I bought it. And yes, it did. See, right there, they're gone. There's one there, and they've been removed. I did a whole video. It's a little lengthy, but where I took all of the, I took the loop formers out and upgraded to Super 16, my other K3. It sadly does. Okay, Bonnie, so it doesn't come in 16. I got you. Uh-oh, am I frozen? Oh, there. Sorry. I couldn't scroll the chat. Cinematographer got a Rocard 35mm still lenses refocused for several $1,000s. The housing looks great. He claims he will drop footage soon. Well, that would be nice. Did I miss a bunch? Hey, Russell is here. Hey, buddy. You made it. I've also looked on getting a Kenor 16. I've always wanted one of those, Bonnie. That they are also usually sold for cheap here. I don't know if do they take 400 feet? Yeah, I guess they do. But I'm nervous about those because I don't know about the battery system for those. Kodak XX is the film God God shoots with. XX. I bought a dud to be fixed. Yeah, unfortunately, about half the cameras sold on eBay. You know what irritates me? When you find a camera on eBay, I get it. Some people don't test cameras or electronics. I understand that. They don't know how, or they just find one at a garage sale and they think, oh my goodness, I'll make money on this. They're just resellers, and I get that. Did I add a soundtrack? Oh, no, I didn't, Barry. No. Sorry. It'll be silent, but that's okay. We'll talk through it. Yeah, and then you look at their other listings. When somebody sells a camera, untested, as is, whatever, and you look at their other listings, always look at their other listings first. And they have tons of other camera-related items that are tested, or untested, but some are tested. You know then, most of the time, that untested item just means it doesn't work, but I don't want to be responsible for it. I know, that's good, Frank. Bolex Rex, 16 frames per second, 7222, go ahead. Oh, okay, good. 16 frames per second, 7222, go ahead and show it. All right, give me 1 second to catch up. Never holds a shadow detail for me. You, my friend, may have to overexpose it by a stop, Lyle, even if I meter for the mid-range. Huh. Did you do a soundtrack? No, I didn't. Only 9. What? Only 9? And I don't have Piper here to do the smash the thumbs up. Come on, folks. Hit the like button. Try metering for the shadows. Around zones free. You should get decent detail. Yeah, or just yeah, just overexpose it by a stop too if that's happening on every roll. I'm debating if I want to go for Super 16 or Ultra, or just sticking with 4x3. I think with Ultra you can still get 4x3 though, right? Well, I guess with either you could. I don't know. Ultra 16, I don't know that they make the gates that you can do yourself, and this, but the good thing with Ultra, I don't think you have to recenter the lens. 4x3, that's your jam. I like watching old 80s movies that were shot in 4x3. I swear I do. Only cameras I can get, it says not tested. It's cameras like Aeroflexes, CPs. Well, but a lot of times, Bonnie, in that case, a lot of people don't know how truly to test a CP16 or an Aeroflex or something like that. So that might be legit. You just have to do a little bit of due diligence. Check out their other listings. It's so important. Or sold items or feedback. I don't put a lot of stock in feedback, you know, but check their other listings. Okay, here's Barry's film, kids. He shot this on a Bowl X. This is 72-22. That's that 200 or 250 speed double X negative. Let me see, can I find it? Where is it? Right there. All right, kids, here's Barry's film. And it's completely unedited. So I didn't do anything to it. This is, and I don't think Barry did any post to it or anything at all, but it's black and white. Here it is. Barry, where'd you get this processed and scanned? Was this FPP? And it's 4 minutes, kids, just so you guys know. And let's see who can figure out where this was shot. You ready? It'll come in here in just a second. FPP, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Beam me up. That's so cool. I kind of have a soundtrack in it. You guys can hear my air conditioner. That's pretty cool, isn't it, radios? Lieutenant Uhara. Do a beam. All handheld. That's awesome. Oh, nice. Hang on, Bonnie, I'll check. Yeah, Bonnie, I would say that's a good deal. I'll show it in a second, but if you want, I would be highly surprised. Boy, those pumpkins look cool, though. I'd be highly surprised if it stays that price, though. But yeah, I mean, at that price, are you kidding me? Crazy deal. Wow, that came out good, Barry. Yeah, it can be tricky, Mike. Same with me. Any film camera, keeping focus is tough. Definitely not like filming with an iPhone. Or shooting with an iPhone. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
goes for the most, babe.
Crazy. One minute left. But planning each shot and measuring usually does a trick. Yes, it does. Most of them do, Barry, unless you get into the Rex 3s, 4s, and 5s. They're not bright at all. My Rex 1 is really tough. It's just not bright. You can hardly see anything. Oof. Little hot dog. Look at him. Oh, animals are so cool. 2, 1, and well done, Barry. Well done. It's been a while since I watched that. I had forgotten how cool it was. Yes, that was Barry's film. That 512 will be expensive, though. That film's it's gonna go higher, Bonnie. I'd be stunned if it doesn't go higher than that. There's a 400-foot reel. It's been going. No, it's not. It's 16 frames per second, 100 feet, and that's about what you'll get out of it. About 4.5 minutes ish range. Got info now for the Bauer A512 Super 8. Shutter angle is 150. Trying to do anything special? Taking single stills? No, you don't have to do anything special at all, Lyle, for taking stills. Always trying to come up with an iPhone video tap for I know. I still have. I did a video tap video like 2.5, 3 years ago, and I've always wanted to update it. I bought a new camera, a HDMI in, and have tried to come up with a reasonable way to attach a camera to a Super 8 or 16mm viewfinder. And that's difficult. It's very difficult to get it to attach. Speaking of 16mm, I want to show a little clip. It's 10 seconds long. 10 seconds, so don't blink. I'm going to show you exactly. Hey, Jeffrey! What are you... I was wondering where you were. Yeah, I did a video tap with a spy cam. Yeah, this is a microscope camera, Russell. Spy cam would be a good one. My first one was a little board camera. It's just a little, what do they call it? The board, the, you know what I mean. It's escaping me. The motherboard, you know, the circuit board with a camera in the middle. Real flat. My second one, which I started working on, is an actual, it's a little bit bigger C-mount camera. It's just tricky. Okay, what did you say? I am so bad this last week. You're good, Jeffrey. You're only half hour late. PCB. Boom. Thank you, Russell. So I'm going to show you guys what happens. This girl emailed me. This has been a couple years. But I just came across this again, and I can't remember if I ever showed it to anyone. But in her defense, she wasn't aware of exactly what she was doing, and she was learning. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe she had a not as dusty as mine K3. And she was wanting to shoot, she was going to shoot, I don't know, a relatively important event, so she bought some film for it. Well, those of us in the know, or people that aren't in the know that are watching this video will know in a second, the K3 has no provision for a 400-foot reel. You can only fit 100 feet at a time inside these cameras. Well, she didn't know that, so she bought 4 or 5 rolls of film from B&H, who was 50D, good choice, everything was getting filmed outside, but she bought 400-foot cans. So what she did is she emailed me and she goes, I can't figure this out. Can you help me? I think I bought the wrong type of film. We got into it and I said, yeah, you bought 400, you need 100, I can spool it down. I charged her just for the spools or whatever, and ended up spooling all down. And I said, how did you know that it was the wrong thing? She goes, well, I took one roll out, opened the camera, and tried to put it in, and it obviously didn't fit. And I said, well, did you do this in a dark bag or in a dark room? She goes, no, I was in the kitchen, you know. I said, with the lights on? She goes, yeah. Lights were on, the window was open, just broad daylight. Took the 400-foot roll of Vision 3 250D out of its black bag, and as you guys probably may or may not know, it's not on a daylight spool. When you buy that film, it's on a core. And she didn't know. So I told her, I said, well, send me everything else. Don't take anything else out of the can, but send me that roll as well. I'm going to shoot. I told her, I said, I'll shoot a little bit of it. I shot 100 feet of it, and let's look at it and see what it looks like and see if there's anything salvageable for you. If there is, I'll send it back with the rest of it. If there's not, then, and you don't want it, I'll hang on to it. So she did, and I shot 100 feet of it, and I want to show you guys exactly what you can expect if you take film out of the black bag on a core in the daylight and then try to shoot it. Hey, how are you from Greece? Who we got here? Jim. Yeah, I know, Jeffrey. All right, here's what here's what you can expect if this is just my dog in the backyard. I shot it a couple years ago, and I don't remember what I used. I think I used my Aeroflex. Don't take your film out of the bag in the daylight. Here's why. I have to tell you though, it is a cool effect. If I had a need for it, I still have this film. So if I have a need, what a neat little effect. So of course both sides got completely burned, and the center, and what I think that is, I think I spooled it down into 4 100-foot reels, and I took the last one, which was the innermost of that core, hoping that something in the center, like you saw, would be salvaged, that the other, you know, the other spooled film would protect it. Yeah, good dock footage. Yeah, it's kind of neat though. I don't know, there's something about it. I don't know what yet. It would be kind of neat if you could figure out how to expose the top and the bottom a little bit too. Yeah, it's just interesting. So I have an idea. Before it gets too late, we're 40 minutes in. You can sell light burn as, oh yeah, I know. That would be kind of cool. I thought about doing a little bit of stock footage. I don't know, maybe. There's a lot of stock footage sites, but... You guys remember what I told you earlier? Look at the ghosts. They're only half there now because the coffee's going down, right? If you just joined me, this is a mug one of my daughters got me for my birthday or Father's Day, or my birthday. And hot liquids make the ghosts appear, and as it cools, they disappear. So I want to run something by you guys. It definitely looks really cool. Yeah, doesn't it, Matthew? I think it looks pretty awesome. So I want to run something by you. Tell me what you guys think. I have an idea to get you guys involved. I want to take a roll of film, Super 8, and a word, a single word. The first word that popped to mind, and I've been wanting to kind of do one based on this, and I might do my own. Hear me out, follow me. Time. And if you're watching this after it's live, leave a comment down below if you're interested. But only leave a comment, only chime in if you're truly interested. Because film's expensive. So I want to send out 5 rolls of film. They're old, expired, black and white film for free. But I want to give that person, whoever receives it, a single word. And I haven't decided yet how to do it. I actually thought about making it super random and having my daughters come up with 10 words each, throw them in a hat, mix it up, and we're going to pull them. But they're going to be interesting words, right? So like for me, I wanted to do the word time. Time. So what does that mean to you? What does time mean to you? Of course, none of us have enough of it. But how would you document that in 3 minutes of Super 8 film? How would you document the meaning of that word to you? What's it mean to you? Yeah, I know, Lyle. Sadly, I want to keep it in the U.S. for right now because it would get probably a little too expensive. So what I want to do is I'm going to show you guys what I have here. I'm going to start with 5, okay? Because I have it and I can do it right now. These were in my deep freezer in my garage, and that, okay, there we go. And they all have a little squiggle mark on them. I got these a long time ago, but I froze them the day I got them. It is Kodak, it's Tri-X. Everybody knows Tri-X, 200, yep, 200 ISO, a good mid-speed, medium grain, black and white. It's a reversal, but I'm going to process it as a negative. So they're all the same. They all have, you know, the little squiggle on it. I bought them from eBay years ago, I think. I want to send 5 people a roll of film. I want you to take whatever, you know, let's take a little time, take a month if you need it. We'll set a thing. It's kind of be fun. I know, Lyle, I know you like this film. And then shoot how you would interpret that single word. Send the film back to me. I'm going to process it, I'm going to scan it, and we're going to show it to the group. Your interpretation of your word. But I got to tell you, I only want to do it for the people that are 100% want to do it. It means a little something to me. I mean, I would give you guys anything I could, but I would like it to be used, you know? So if you are interested in this, if I don't get enough people that say they're definitely interested in it during my live, here in the live chat, then we're going to open it up to the comments after this is, and we'll probably have to put a date on it. Let's say by, I don't know, by May 20th, I have to know who's interested. If this is after May 20th when you're watching this, then we're done for right now. I know, Russell. I may eventually, we're going to maybe do something more international, but I just kind of want to do something fun for right now that's relatively inexpensive, because all I have to really do is, you know, put these in a padded envelope and send them locally into the U.S., you know. So let me scroll up here. Okay. Russell, wish I wasn't in poll. Yeah, nice idea. Okay, so Mike is in. I knew you would be in, Mike. You have to have a Super 8 camera, and I would recommend having the ability to manually expose, because I do process this as a negative. It is an old stock. I don't know how old. This is probably from the 70s. So you want to overexpose it by a stop, especially because I process it as a negative and it's a reversal. You lose a little bit when that happens. So we're going to put Mike in here, or flying O. Okay, I know Mike's in. I mean, if I get 6, I get 6. I'll find another roll of film. I have another. By the way, the Quartz 8mm camera went for is that 0.75 US dollars, Bonnie? Like 75 cents? That's crazy. Matthew is in. Okay. So cool. Writes his name on the back of a $100 bill. Not that I am trying to. Jeffrey, my fave. I am 100% in. Matthew, you're in. Dave is 50. Dave's 53% in. Dave, you have some couple cameras. I know you could do this. If you're not able to manually expose it, then definitely expose it outdoors in bright sunlight. Then I want your CP16 and your Aeroflex. Lots of words would be great for that. Time, then space, then yeah. Overexposed by a few stops, I would imagine. Yeah, I would say no less than at least 1. If I were shooting this, which I have shot a lot of this, I always have to go at least 1. If I'm shooting it in my 1014 XLS, which is not a bad idea, because I may do it as well, I'm going to add +1 on the exposure compensation. I'm sorry, I'd probably add +2 on that, just to be safe. So if you are interested, an ND filter? No, I don't think so, Jeffrey. No, I think that goes the wrong way, right? You want to overexpose this. I mean, I guess you could, but you still want to overexpose it. 75 cents. I forgot about it since it ended at 8 in the morning. It was set. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, Bonnie. 75 cents. Dave, 53% is way better than 49%. At least you have control over whether or not you're actually in or not, you know? So, but I would like to keep it, you know, to no more than a month from when you get the film. You know, try to come up with some plan, and let's go from there. So right now, as of right now, I have 2 people that are interested. I have Mike and I got Matthew, right? So that's where we're at right now, as far as I've seen yes for sure's. So if you are for sure yes, mention it in the chat, and then we will. I'll jot it down. I will get the film to you. Mike, I already have your address, so don't worry about that. I'll just send you one. Matthew, email me filmboy24@gmail.com and give me your shipping address, and I'll get that in the mail to you soon, like within the next couple days. Have a Super 8, never shot anything on it, but maybe you know, I don't really care if it doesn't have to be great. Mine's not going to be great. I don't care. I have that roll you already got me, so I could use that. No, Dave, use that for something good. I gave Dave a roll of Vision 350D. No, if you're in, I'm going to put your name down, but you better do it, damn it. I think that's the first semi-swear word I've said on YouTube. But if you're in, I'll definitely send you one of these. You want one of these. I want them to be all the same. I don't know why, but I want them to be Tri-X. But if you're in, say the word. You and Jeffrey, just say, I'm in. Send me the roll. Oh my God, covers his virgin. You have lots of ideas already. I will probably, here's what I'll probably do. On next Sunday, I'm going to have the words. And I'm going to have the names, 5 names, and we're going to pull words. You better just be happy. I'm in. I need a reason to use one of the, yes, you do. All right, Dave's in. Dave Knopp. I got 2 more up for grabs. But you have to be in. Don't be that guy or girl. Okay, I want to show you guys what I was experimenting with. Check this out. I just dug this out of an old box I had. Fujica 350 zoom. Look at that. I'm intrigued so much by 110 lately. 110 film. I processed a bunch of it for a customer not that long ago. So I finally got around to spooling up my very own 110 film. And I don't have the container up here, but I used the old Recordac film. You know, the one with no holes in it, no sprocket holes? Okay, Jeffrey's in. Yes, yes. All right, this side towards the screen. Okay. All right, we have 4. We have 4. And you guys take the time you need. I'd say let's try to shoot it within a month, but if you need, whatever. I'm in a large format sheet film kit. I'd love to shoot some large format. So I spooled up. You know, you guys know this is what that Recordac film looks like. It's old 16 millimeter. What is the thing? Looking for newspapers. What? Come on. Look at that. Right? There's no sprocket holes in it. It's escaping me. I have half a dozen or so 110 rolls currently, just waiting to figure out what to do with them. I have a few that I opened up so I could reload, and then I came across a microfiche. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, it was microfilm is what it was. And it's very low ISO, like 25. So I just opened this camera up as wide as it would go, which is not very wide. like 3.5. Yeah, thank you guys. Microfiche, that's it. And look at this beast. So here's what I did. I tried, Steven sent me this camera, which is really cool. I'm going to use it one day. It came in like cereal boxes. This is a 110 camera, Kellogg's, right? You just snap the cartridge to the back of it. You hold the cartridge. That's your camera. Then I tried, after I spooled it, I tried it in these cameras. You know, the little ones, you know, you open the back. But these won't, and I saw a video that Mike did at FPP where he said some of these cameras, they're not going to pull your film because they have to engage the little sprocket holes in the film. Well, this doesn't have sprocket holes. So you got to find a camera that will just spin and pull the film. Look at this. I bought this several years ago in Indiana. I was there visiting my mom and my beautiful sister Lori and my beautiful mom. And we always go thrift stores, and I found this in the case, and I don't remember how much it was. I think it was $10. This is the Minolta 110 Zoom SLR. There's a Mark II on this now, and it looks more like a regular SLR. But I love the look and feel of this camera. It's just so funky. I don't really want to open it right now, but you can see I have my film in there. 20 exposures that I spooled myself, and I've been snapping just goofy pictures because I don't even know if they're going to come out. Just outside with this camera, and I'm gonna take one. You can put a flash on it. It's on. I don't know a lot about this right now. I'm being totally honest. No way that's going to come out, but it's too dark. Boom! Just took a picture. So I have like, I don't know, 10 or 12 pictures remaining. That is, I know, little. That little, well, this one too. But. So hopefully I'll have some of that process just to see, because I want to put some 16mm film in these things too, right? I figured these out. They're not difficult. I got them apart. You can unsnap them. And then you just be careful and not let the paper, the backing paper, undo itself from the little spool. If you do, you just got to tape it back on. But I just sent 2 pictures of another 2 deals I might get, but I'm still not 100% sure. Can you check them out? Yes, I will. 1 second, Bonnie. Minolta. Oh yeah, Minolta to the red. I love Minolta cameras. One of my like go-to, the one I went to for years was my X700 SLR Minolta. I love those cameras. I still have my old one. Fantastic looking camera. Thank you. Oh yeah, Minolta to the rescue. Number 5, alive. 110 is catching on, since I know, because Lomography's got it out again. One of my students knows I'm big into film cameras and picked me up an Argus Showmaster 820 and an SLR of some kind, can't remember the name, at a yard sale for $5 a piece. Wow, that's awesome. Awesome. The Maxim 9000. That's Nikon, is it not? No, that's not Nikon. Olympus. Is that Olympus? Maxim, or is that Minolta? That is Minolta. That's the automatic. That does everything for you, right? The 9000. Yeah, Minolta. That's right. Bonnie says that's the camera. Oh, okay, Bonnie sent me another. Let's see what deal she's got here. I hate you, Bonnie. This is what Bonnie did to me the other day. If you know, you know. But I see what you're looking at here. Okay, fine grain type. Not for resale. That's interesting. 9 cents? Is that 9 cents? If I find any motion picture film for 9 cents, I'm getting it. Always, Bonnie. Still thinking about my Rick roll. Oh, Bonnie. Hey, Eric, I have a Diana body. Some very good results. Lots of bad. Diana, that's the Pro 8mm one, right? Eric? So many great film gear deals in Europe. I don't know why. How she gets all these deals. 14 out of 21 like that is insane. Yeah, 9 cents. Oh, the Lomo Diana. Okay, yeah, the 110 camera. Lomo makes... They're like some really funky stuff. Lomo. I haven't done a lot of film shooting with their products, but like FPP, they have some really interesting, you know, the purple films. Some of the stuff that they have is so funky. Pentax just released a semi-obscure video promoting a new film, half-frame camera. If I understood the odd short video, I have to see what that's all about. Pentax half-frame? What? I know somebody was asking about, okay, thanks Matthew. Somebody was asking about the eBay deal that I got that was probably the worst. But let me tell you about the deal I got that was the best. It wasn't on eBay. I went to my local flea market, walk around little flea market, little one. We have a huge one in Daytona Beach, but my local one here where I live, it's little. You know, like a couple hundred vendors, not even. You know, and there was a lady that had a camera bag sitting on her little table, had a little garage sale table, and it said Leica on the bag, on the case, little leather case. I'm like, ooh. I said to myself, if it's heavy, I'm gonna buy it without opening. And so I pick it up, and it was, or knew there was something in it. And I asked how much she wanted, and she goes, $10. And I said, okay. She goes, I'm just getting rid of my late husband's stuff. I don't want anything anymore. I'm just getting rid of everything. It was a Leica M3 with lens for $10 and a leather case. I'm not a fanboy of Leica. I know a lot of people like their cameras. To me, it was just another camera. So I cleaned it up. The lens had some scratches on the front. And I don't even remember what it was. I used it once. I shot one roll of film through it. They came out okay. It was a double crank. And I just wasn't overly impressed, so I sold it on eBay for $800. And I honestly didn't buy it to sell it. I bought it because I wanted to use it. But like I say, it just, to me, there wasn't enough that I loved about it to make it one of my go-to cameras. Yes, Barry, I know. You could just block off the window, but for some reason I just like the nostalgia of having the paper. And I feel like it was easy enough to use, to wind it, that it didn't really bother me. But you're right. Yeah, I've seen a couple videos where you can just, even on the inside, just tape up the inside of the little window. Easy enough, you know. Yeah, probably, Bonnie. I mean, the smaller area. I have the Minolta 7000. It's crazy with the autofocus. Apparently the first commercial autofocus camera. I've had a bunch of those little Minolta SLRs, the auto ones. I didn't know that was the first one with autofocus. That's pretty groovy. I have one of those Diana baby cameras too. Such a cool little baby. Lomo just put out those new 110 cameras. Is that what they are? They got different colors. I really think they're cool. I want a half frame rangefinder. I know. I have a couple rangefinders around here somewhere. I don't use them enough. Hopefully Pentax will inspire more companies to do the same. I'd love to see some new film cameras. 110 grand? Holy moly. Canon fanboy here. Super 8 though. It's so hard, radios, to beat Canon in the Super 8 realm. It really is. Say what you want about Canon, but man, they have beautiful glass. M5, the ugly one, is on my bucket list. Fun fact, I wrote the whole Wikipedia article for the H16 in Swedish. Nice! Minolta had many... Wait, Minolta had many... I can't read it. Oh, had many firsts in photography. Yes, they did. I love Minolta. What else was I going to show you? So we have 4 people. Is that confirmed? I want to show you guys this thing I got. I know we're getting... Oh, yeah. Hour and 3 minutes. Got to be careful when you snap this back on, though. I'll do that later. APS. You guys know APS? I think it's Advanced Photographic System or something like that. Oh, by the way, I have a couple pictures here that I took in 1997. This was my go-to camera in 97. I think that's when I first got it and put it in a Pelican case. Anybody know what that camera is? Let me show you a couple pictures. These pictures are when I was done using it and I sold it on eBay. Yes, in 1997, when you sold on eBay, you had to take a photo of it with film, get it developed at the 1-hour photo, and then put your pictures on eBay. This was one of my all-time favorite Super 8 cameras. And I used it for quite a few films. You guys know this one? And I shot some sound film with it as well. Yes. I have a bunch of photos of old cameras that I sold on eBay that I still have. Yeah, radios. That is the Bauer S715XL microcomputer. It just did time lapse. I don't know why they went crazy with that, but I bought this. Hey Manny, how are you, my friend? The only reason I did it was because I had nothing to do. Love my Canon 310 XL, but I found focusing with it can be a pain in the... Burp. I have a 310 XL, Matt, but I got it and it didn't work right. And my viewfinder on mine is all wonky too. Yeah. I'd love to have a good, solid working one because I like how fast the lens is. Being in Poland, my cameras, 35mm still, 16mm, and Super 8 are all old USSR and German. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. USSR cameras, the quartz and you know the K3, great cameras. They had a lot of clone cameras, I'm pretty sure, Lyle, right? They have their clone replicas of Leicas and things, and I've seen nothing but great reviews. APS film. Some of the coolest looking cameras were APS, but I never buy because you can't get the film. I know. You're right, Jeffrey. Look at this camera. I can't get it to work, but this is my APS camera. I think I got it at a garage sale. They were really cool cameras. Right? Nikon Nuvis S. But I can't, I've tried a couple of good fresh batteries. I just can't get the lens to pop out and work. But I got this, and I only paid $5 for it. Just because it was cool. I'll never do anything with it, but I like APS. I like how the system itself, when you put the film in the camera, I think it extracts the film. You take the pictures, and as you take the pictures, they go back into the cartridge. And when you're done, you pop the cartridge out, you send it in. They put that cartridge in a special developing machine. It pulls the film, it processes it, then it puts the negatives, or the positives it would be. I think there was slide film, well some was, but no, they were negatives. Back in, to the cartridge, and you got prints, and they mailed you the cartridge back. So I know it's weird, but basically, and I bought this because I just thought it was cool. It looks like an old VHS tape case, but check it out. It holds 12 APS. Whoa, almost got ugly. 12 APS cartridges, right? The film, and each one has. These are just some random person's photos. I've looked at one. It was just a family Christmas or whatever. But the negatives stay inside the cartridge. So if you want more prints, you take it somewhere that handles APS. They pop it in their machine, extracts the negatives. You like that? Extract the negatives, make your prints or copies or whatever. Back in the cartridge, they give you your negatives back, and off you go. But I have an APS from Negative Solutions. They make those little scanner things, you know, the templates where you lay your different formats of film in. And I have one for APS, so I can scan APS film. It's not hard to get the negatives out of there. You just kind of wind them out with a screwdriver, and you can pop them out. But typically, once they're out, they're kind of out for good. My Zorky is a clone. I think they're pretty cool, if I'm being honest. Bauer 709. That was that was also a microcomputer, was it not, Manny? Fun fact: Titanic was shot on the original Vision 500T. That is a fun fact. Hey, oh. Yeah, it had the ingenue lens. Those things were beautiful. That camera, the battery holder, the little pin broke inside, and I remember fabricating out of an aluminum piece, grinding with a Dremel, a new bracket for the you know, like push the battery holder in and twist it. I developed some film that I shot with my Konamo. Oh, nice! How'd that turn out? I got the Kodak one. Can get APS film in Europe. Can't develop yourself though. Well, you'd have to make Eric. You'd have to make some kind of like I made a, you know, you have to sacrifice a Patterson reel probably, cut it and make your own. I made one for 16mm film out of a Patterson reel, so that's what you would have to do. One had a film camera, but it gave you a display like digital. Yeah, a lot of them did that. This has a little digital display on it. Oh, I can't. You took a film photo for display like, yeah. 2001. At least APS was supported. Remember the Kodak disc cameras? Yes, I do remember the Kodak disc cameras. I actually like disc cameras as well. I think they're pretty cool. Bruno's in Stockholm has APS film. Is it new film though, Eric? I mean, is it new stock or is it just old expired stuff? That would be cool. I did not know that. Well, I did not know that. Yeah, well, we are at a solid 1 hour and 10 minutes, kids. So as much as I hate to say it, we are probably going to have to roll out. I did put a put all my RetroScan Mark II 4K stuff in here. I like these little cases you can get. Get away from my coffee, you weird bug. This is the 35mm gates and 16mm gate and key and all the accessories that I need. I just got tired of them being in a cardboard box, so I decided to put them in one of those. Anyway, oh, it's old and expired. Okay. That's kind of what I figured. I have old disc film packs, but doubt it would. It's hard, Mike. I've processed a lot of disc film. It's so hard to get images from it now. It's so tough. C41, like I was saying earlier, the film just did not hold up well. Yeah, the 709 is the microcomputer, same lens as the 209, except not as long for the weight of the compendium. I never had a matte box for mine. I wish I did, just so I could put those funky filters in front, but I didn't. Yes, thank you, Mike, for popping in. Let me know when your camera gets there. Maybe just shoot me a quick email. Let me know it's there safely. And thank you again for sending it. Sorry it took so long to get it back to you. Those cases are great radios. I love them. They're cheap. I bought 3 or 4 of the little ones when they went on sale for like $8 each or something. Send a picture of the results from the Konami. All right, let me check Bonnie's email really quick. It better be a picture, Bonnie, and not, you better not again. You know what, Bonnie? I owe you. Seriously. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Who's the 5th Tri-X shooter? We don't have one, Russell. So this video is going to go up on my channel, and usually about 100 views later, you know. So if anyone is interested, you're watching this and you're still here, I have one more roll of film. You have to be in the US that I will send you. So hopefully you, hey Renee, hopefully you, yeah, I know, Bonnie, she gets me. If you guys missed, let me just give me 1 minute, because there's a couple people that are late that may be interested. I'm giving away 5 rolls of Tri-X. I've got 4 already claimed. The caveat is you have to shoot it within about a month of when you get it, maximum. You send me the roll back, I'm going to process it, scan it, and show it on a live stream to the group. I'm going to give you a single word, and you are going to interpret, that word any way you like. For example, my word is time, because I've always wanted to do that. I'm going to shoot one of these rolls and hopefully give you some idea of my interpretation of the word time. And your interpretation doesn't really matter. It could be anything you want. So I have 1 film roll left to send. Had a great time. Again, thanks for showing my film. Thank you for sending it to me, Barry. I got to save money. I got a 1898 Edison home from my phonograph. Oh, ooh, nice. I can send a real one if you want. I'm afraid to open your emails now, Bonnie. Late but happy I was able to hang for a bit. Thanks, Mike. Later, everyone. Thank you, Manny. Home movie from space. Hola, Renee. Comes on my channel. Send a real one. Promise. I got some criticism from some guy about one of the films you developed. Was it good or bad? Sorry. Sorry, it ain't perfect, bro. Oh, yeah, you know what? It is what it is. I develop home. I'm a home developer. I'm down, Mike. Haven't shot any Tri-X in a while. You know what, Manny? If you want it, it's yours. Email me, filmboy24@gmail.com, and send me a shipping address. I will mark you down if you want it. Thanks, Mike. I will be all earlier the next go. Thank you, Jeffrey. Manny, I'm going to pencil you in. If you're in, you're in. And that's all 5. Great once again, Mike. Thank you, Russell. You'll email me a comment. Okay. Later, film lovers. I'm putting Manny down. Manny. That'll get you out, get you filming. Sounds good. All right, guys. If you're on my list, Mike, I got your address already. Matthew, you emailed me. Dave Knopp, I'll text you. Jeffrey, I need your mailing address. And Manny, I need your mailing address. Email me. I will see you guys next Sunday. Thank you again, everyone. Bonnie said she sent me a real one. Oh, you didn't get it yet. Okay. I will see everybody on next Sunday. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Live stream 45 in the books. A success. Stay tuned for live stream 46 next week. And I'm checking it twice, Lyle. Bye, guys.